The market settles into its post-turkey nap. No major movement up or down this week. I'm Tony with Clarkson Santoro, and this is our real estate update for the week of Friday, December 1st. Look, we know that selling or buying a home can be confusing and stressful. In this series, we use our more than 50 combined years of experience helping clients sell or buy homes to explain what the latest San Ramon real estate market trends mean for you as a homeowner who's considering selling, or as someone who is looking for a house that you will love to call home. All right, let's take a look at what the market did this week. There are 17 homes on the market this week, which is down from last week's 26. And the average asking price this week is up to $1,930,000, which is down up from last week's average asking price of $1,860,000. 3 homes went pending, which is one less than last week's 4, with an average asking price of $1,599,000, which is right around the average of last week's average asking price for pending homes. And only 1 home sold this week with a sales price of $1,475,000, so we don't have any averages to talk about there, but it is noticeable that it's more than $500,000 less, more than $600,000 less than the average sales price from last week's 3 homes that sold. So now that we've seen how the market performed over the past week, let's look into the broader trends that provide insights into its overall health and its potential future direction. But before we do that, if you find this information helpful, you can subscribe so that you don't miss out on future updates. And why not share it with a friend as well? Everyone deserves to be in the know about their local real estate market. All right, let's take a look at those market indicators, shall we? Inventory is down significantly, as we expected. Sitting at just 17 homes, it is clear that homeowners are not interested in selling right now. The coming soon listings support that fact, as there have only been 2 or less homes listed as coming soon in the past couple of weeks. Since the inventory is low, if you are a homeowner considering selling, now is a good time to jump into the market with a well-appointed home, as they are getting a lot of attention and interest, which is demonstrated by the turnover numbers. This week, the turnover rate is up to 125%, after spending the last several weeks below the 100% mark. The turnover rate is being bolstered by the low inventory number, but it does demonstrate that there are buyers out there looking for a house that they will love to call home. If your home is priced well with the right level of staging and marketing, it will get the attention it needs to sell quickly, even in this slower holiday market. An interesting thing to note about the turnover rate is that about 1/2 of the active homes on the market have been on the market for 30 days or more. This reinforces the idea that pricing and marketing matter, even with this low inventory and high turnover rate. An encouraging fact is that the over-under number is still averaging sales prices over the asking price, even if that number has come down a little bit. The average did drop into the under asking range briefly a few weeks ago. You can see that here. But it rebounded quickly. It is less than 1% over the asking price now, which indicates that sellers are pricing their homes more transparently and not playing the price it low to sell it quick and get way over asking game that nearly as much as we have seen in recent months. The average sales price has remained in the $1.9 to $2 million range for the past several weeks. This is a significant rebound in value from the dip we saw in September when the average sales price dropped to $1.7 million. We do expect the average values to come back down a little bit next year based on what the average asking price of pending homes has been for the past couple of weeks. But we should see the end of this year stay around that $2 million mark. $2 million. The Triple Q Fund had a very uneventful week this week. You can see here that it was very flat. The fund has bounced around at the 390 mark for the past week and a half, with very little standard deviation. The stability in the tech sector will always translate to consumer confidence when looking for a home to purchase here in San Ramon. More consumer confidence can be found in the interest rates continuing to come down this week. Rates dropped another 7 basis points this week and are down more than 0.5% over the past 5 weeks. This is good news for both sellers and buyers. For sellers, it means more buyers can afford their home, and for buyers, their money can go further. To put it in dollar amounts, buyers can afford about $100,000 more house than they could in October because of that 0.5% interest rate drop. All in all, it was a good week for both buyers and sellers. For sellers, the prices remained strong and turnover rate continued to pick up as there's not a large influx of new competition. And sellers in the lower price range can still expect to sell quickly with multiple offers if they price well and do the necessary work to prepare the house to show well when it is on the market. For buyers, your money is going further than it was a month and a half ago. And although there isn't a large selection of housing to choose from, you aren't having to spend unreal amounts over the asking price for most homes. And if you're patient, you can find those 1 or 2 homes that just overshot their value a little bit and have been sitting on the market for a month and might be more willing to negotiate on price. Thank you for joining us for this weekly update. We hope this summary and commentary helped you understand how our market is impacting your options. If you have any specific questions about navigating this market to buy or sell a home, don't hesitate to drop a comment down below or reach out to us directly. We're here to help you every step of the way. If you did find this information helpful, don't forget to share it with a friend and hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you'll always be in the know on the latest real estate news here in San Ramon. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you next week with a new update.